and then worked a lot of different situations into the game, last plays, that type of thing on defense and offense. And then we did, of course, other things. That was the emphasis today, was the situational types where you could talk through it, go through it, and then rehearse it and practice it.
A couple of guys on your offense, Lee Walker and Donovan Lee, that are sort of no-name weapons in a way. They haven't done a whole lot the last couple of years. Where do you see them fitting into this offense, and how have they done in camp?
Right. Lee has done a lot of good things on some special teams, and had came in last year and made some plays at different times. Lee's had his best camp he's had. Donovan hurt his ankle in the spring, and he's come back doing well here. And we'll figure out where Donovan's going to fit out, deciding if Kyle Evans comes back, all that type of situation. Because Donovan does have a redshirt year available. So if we have all the healthy guys, the other guys don't have a redshirt available, I just got to see how that plays out. Donovan and I talked hard about that, because we lose so many running backs, it'd be good for him to be able to come back if he could. But if we get injuries, he's ready to roll and play, because he can do so many things for us, and special teams. So we're working him everywhere, just seeing what's going to happen.
In the conversation you've had with him, has he been receptive to that idea?
Oh yeah, he's been real receptive to it, and he understands it and kind of sees it. But he also understands if things happen, he's ready to go.
Retention was obviously key when you first got here, kind of fixing the attrition issue. What was kind of the key there for you? Does it start with recruiting? How have you kind of built that foundation?
Well, I think it's being truthful in recruiting. And then when kids get here, they know. I always tell them, I want you to have both feet in your boat when you come. Don't come because I tricked you, or we thought you'd come here because this is where you want to be, and then we're going to. And then I think the main key is how we start them off with the bridge program and academically, and bond them and get them to a good start academically. And then they don't feel overwhelmed. Because this is a hard school, and college is always hard anywhere you go. But when you're coming away from, most of our guys coming from away from home, it's a little bit tougher. So getting them started right, management of time, feeling good about their academics, and then that bonding time with those freshmen, the way we do it, they really bond. So they get a good connection, and they want to see something. They want to see their class be special. They don't want to let each other down, and that's a big part of football. It's such a team-oriented game. Every team game is, they say it, but we're the only game that 70 guys stand on the sidelines and 11 play. So you really got to be a team guy. And so I think that's a big part of it.
What have you seen from Sam Neuer so
Sam,
far?
I see a very good athlete. I see an excellent arm. I see a guy that has improved from last fall's camp to this fall's camp. He's very athletic. He can make all the throws. I've been really pleased with Sam.
Has he met or exceeded your expectations?
No, I thought he was going to be a good player all along. He was a really good basketball player. He's a really good baseball player. Excellent pitcher. He kind of did everything. And I knew once he got here and got lifting, and I loved his mechanics on his throwing arm. And I see an excellent athlete that can really throw it. So Sam's doing basically what I thought he would do at this time.
Do you think there's some extra pressure on his shoulders that he has to go from fourth-string guy to the next man up?
Yeah, I think that he understands that he has to be ready for that. So the way he's preparing, the repetitions we're giving him, all that is a little bit different when you're up with the ones and the twos most of all the time. And I think that helps him be prepared against the talent, the speed of the game.
Was there a little lesson for him there last year with Stephen having to come in and play?
I would definitely think it was a great lesson for him to understand that any time you could be in there. And he saw how Stephen responded and on that, and how Stephen did really well sometimes, and sometimes he wasn't quite ready coming off the bench. So I think that's even helped Sam, because he was right there with him signaling. He takes off the signaling shirt, and there he goes, and now he's signaling to him. He goes, that could be me next year. And it will be. There'll be times that people are going to get beat up. Tyler Lytle's got to be ready, and Casey Marksberry's got to be ready. And you got to have good quarterbacks if you're going to win. If you want to win championships, you got to have good quarterbacks.
Mac, when you've got a guy like Sefo and kind of the business-like nature that he had, the preparation of being the epitome of a college athlete, has that echoed through these young quarterbacks, do you think?
Yes, there's no doubt. Sefo was a phenomenal leader. They saw that. They saw his toughness. They saw how he prepared. They saw how he handled different situations, and I think it was definitely an excellent situation. And then Brian Lindgren, the years that we've been together, he's always had record-breaking quarterbacks. He's always had guys be able to compete and play. And my last year at San Jose, when he came in, David Fales came in at the same time. David Fales had no scholarship offers except Indiana State. Nobody thought he would be who he was, and Brian knows how to tutor him, knows how to handle him, has a great demeanor with him, great teacher of mechanics, and he did the same thing with Sefo. He's doing the same thing with Montez. He did the same thing with David Fales. and he'll do the same thing with these guys. So I have a lot of confidence in the way Brian coaches and teaches and how he handles those guys. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.